Welcome back, everybody. The Herd is coming up next here on FS1. Let's head over to Colin Cowherd. Colin, what you got for us today?
Fascinating story about LeBron. Is he ready to push the ejector seat on this Lakers plane? That story breaking coming up.
All right, thanks, Colin. Tom, time for our final topic of the day. Kawhi, is he actually going to stay in Canada after the finals? TSN in Toronto reporting they've heard Kawhi bought property in the city. Shannon, anything to make of that?
No, just good investment. Heard the Toronto market is blossoming.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I heard.
that's what you heard?
Yeah, he bought a $13 million house in San Diego, too. So what am I supposed to deduct from that? They got a team down there I don't know about?
Somebody in Toronto probably gave him a $13 million lot for $1 because they're doing everything in their power to get him to stay there.
Doing
Am I
everything
right?
they possibly can to
Right.
keep him. I'm not reading too much into this, Skip.
Yeah. They've even got what's called a Kawine and Dine initiative downtown where every restaurant tells him he can eat for free for life if he stays in Toronto.
That'd be harder.
Be nice to have.
Hey, but Skip, you know what? And plus he can get like 190. I mean, you know what? Why do people that get all the money get all the stuff for free? Like you get all the stuff for free.
I don't get anything
Yeah, you
for
do.
free.
Yeah,
No,
you do.
I pay for everything.
No.
Diet Mountain Dew for free.
Remember
Except
when you go to the
Shannon.
restaurant, they give you
That's
dessert?
Touche.
You remember you go to the restaurant, they give you dessert for
They
free?
do sometimes.
Okay, yeah, no,
Once in a
sometimes
while.
all the time.
But I don't even eat the dessert.
So you
I
get
don't
it for
need
free?
the dessert.
You get it for free?
Well, I don't care, but you know what? He's going to stiff Toronto just
Yeah,
wait.
no,
Stiff San
there you go,
Antonio.
there you go,
Want to bet?
there you go.
Want to bet?
And Toronto's
I think
got
you'll
good
stay.
food. I'd have
2
taken
years.
that deal.
Stay 2 years.
That's it for us today. We will be back tomorrow morning at 9:30 Eastern. Right now, Colin tells you why LeBron is distancing himself from the Lakers. The Herd starts now.
Undisputed.
Here we go on a Tuesday, all sorts of drama. This is The Herd. Wherever you may be and however you may be listening, we are live in Los Angeles. The place to be today on iHeartRadio, Fox Sports Radio, and FS1. Joy Taylor is joining me on a Tuesday. Well, we've got another LeBron drama story.
What is it? As the Lakers turn.
As the Lakers turn. Let me ask you, when you want to break up with somebody and you don't want to confront them, right? Like it's a difficult breakup. What are the two ways you do it? You either start to pick fights, you start to nitpick fights, create fights and drama so you can escape and say, this just doesn't work for me. Or you get really quiet. The other partner gets really quiet. You're trying to separate. So the story today, Bill Plaschke, very, very tied in to the Lakers. He's an award-winning columnist for the LA Times, been here forever. He said on a radio show yesterday, I'm hearing that if the Lakers whiff on free agency, if they whiff on a trade, okay, they've got big trouble with LeBron. I mean, the LeBron era could be over before it starts here. I heard this for the first time yesterday. Somebody very connected said, you know what, if they whiff, LeBron's going to say either I'm out or get me out of here. Dave McMenamin, very close through the years covering LeBron, backed him up and said basically if it's July 10th in L.A. and they get the guy from Orlando, they have to settle for him as a free agent, and it doesn't meet the criterion of bringing a star here. You can imagine what's going to happen here and where this thing is going to go. Okay, first of all, I don't think this is possible. I think it's probable, and I think the ejector seat, it's all lining up. I think this is all lining up. I've told you, I think it's a Jimmy Butler Hail Mary for the Lakers. Ask yourself this. Again, when you're breaking up with somebody, what are the two ways, all you guys or gals listening, you want out of a relationship? You either start picking fights. LeBron's not going to do that. He's not really that kind of, he's never gotten, LeBron doesn't get technicals. He doesn't get in fights. That's not his personality. Or you go like dark 30. You separate. You stop talking. You stop being verbal with your partner. LeBron James has gone quiet for almost 3 to 4 months. You don't see him anywhere in town. You don't see him anywhere with the Lakers. Why? Because this nonsense is bad for his brand. He doesn't know Rob Pelinka, doesn't really know Jeannie Buss. It's bad for his brand. LeBron doesn't want to be known as the guy nobody wants to play with. LeBron's like magic. He's the great communicator. He elevates others. He plays well with others. This is terrible for his brand. And the ejector seats all lining up here. When Magic bailed on the Lakers, it was the perfect out for LeBron. LeBron can say, hey, Magic bailed on these guys. The heart and soul of the franchise is like, I'm out. I can't leave. This story comes out today. Again, the ejector seat. Philadelphia 76ers are expected to offer Jimmy Butler a max extension. Now, Jimmy Butler's an older player. Jimmy Butler wants his money. Okay, Jimmy Butler likes L.A., but L.A. can't offer him that kind of money. 31-year-old guys who haven't gotten the big contract, ask Paul George, generally take the guaranteed money. Jimmy Butler plays hard. Jimmy Butler could get hurt. That's why I think Toronto still has a chance to get Kawhi. It's $35 million for a guy that gets beat up. Okay, so don't kid yourself on this story. I don't think it's possible. I don't think LeBron ends his career in Los Angeles this year or next. In fact, in my opinion, there's something going on in Los Angeles which is not being discussed on a national level. When the NFL came to town, the Rams, they're building a new stadium, they started stealing market share from the other teams. That's why getting LeBron here was a big deal for the Lakers. The Dodgers are 7 games ahead of the National League. They're the best-run organization in town. All they do is win their division every year and get 3-4 million people. So they're stealing market share. And right now, this is the best team they've ever had. This is the best team in baseball. Is arguably the Dodgers, the best team they've had. They're 7 games ahead of the National League. Now you've got the Rams in town, building a new stadium. NFL moving some operations out to L.A., Super Bowls. Oh, the Chargers. Now you've got LAFC, which is this new, young, hip soccer thing that's a big, hot thing in Los Angeles, downtown in the city. It's catching fire. You've also got the Clippers that share a building with you, are now giving the Warriors a real series. So you got market share slowly but surely pulling away from the Lakers. And that's why I believe these Kyrie Irving to the Laker rumors, they're started by the Lakers. They're just trying to stay relevant in this city. Klay Thompson's not coming here. KD's not coming here. Kawhi's not coming here. Kyrie Irving's not coming here. And now Jimmy Butler's not coming here. And you also have a reality with Anthony Davis. We have 2 people who I trust who have gone public with this. Gail Benson does not want to trade Anthony Davis to the Lakers. She hates the Lakers. She owns the Pelicans. Now, I'm not saying they couldn't just massively overpay, give every draft pick, every player to get Anthony Davis. I'm sure LeBron, he didn't want to play with the young guys. He wants a star. But I do not believe LeBron retires as a basketball player. Maybe as a person he retires in L.A. I do not think he retires as a basketball player with the Lakers. And the story this morning, Bill Plaschke and Dave McMenamin tied in saying, if they don't land somebody, or if they land a second-tier guy from Orlando, he may just say, I'm out. Get me out of here. Remember I had the LeBronzo-meter? So we had the LeBronzo-meter. We thought LeBron would play with Lonzo Ball, and we kept bringing up the LeBronzo-meter, and you guys gave me flack. It eventually was right. Now we have the LeGonzo-meter. LeBron's going to be gone meter. And right now I think it's at 50%. I really do. I think it's all lining up. He's distancing himself. Magic retires the perfect out. Jimmy Butler signs a max in Philadelphia. The other guys don't end up here. And Anthony Davis, Pelicans say, we're not doing it. You think LeBron James, who's been head of this league for 15 years, who's one of the great businessmen in the history of the league, you don't think he's thought about this stuff? And for the record, there's all sorts of teams. This could be beneficial for the Lakers, LeBron, and somebody else. Boston's got all sorts of pieces. The Philadelphia 76ers have all sorts of talent. None of it really fits. This could be a win-win-win for everybody. It's a win for LeBron. He can go back to the East and get into the playoffs guaranteed. He can play with better players and more veteran players, and it's potentially a win for the Lakers. They could get an infusion of talent. But I don't think this story is a possible. I think it's a probable. I really do. Let me shift gears now to this. Odell Beckham is reporting to the Browns today. These are mandatory minicamp workouts. He missed 9 of the 10 OTAs in the voluntary. But when he missed those, guys like me are like, that's not great. But remember the business OBJ is in. He's really an NBA player in the NFL. Noise is great for Odell Beckham. It's good for his brand. It made him rich. It sells his shoes. When he doesn't show up for voluntaries, it's a business decision. It got him in the news. What players were we talking about at OTAs? Oh, one, OBJ. If something made you rich and famous, would you stop doing it? Think Beyonce's going to stop singing? The bottom line